Alright, I'm back in my working space and on my cameras, my smartphone camera. That wasn't planned. I was starting this video with my actual camera gear, if you can call it even, gear. I still own a Canon US 650D, I think it is. Yes, 600D. Something is going really wrong with it. When I turn it on, the screen is flickering really hard. You can't see it right now really good, but basically it just died in the middle of filming. Now something is really off with it. I don't know what's wrong. And also the lighting died. I mean the battery. And yeah, so like total failure in my camera gear. So I'm back with my smartphone. I'm using the Xiaomi app now. I'm not using the Open Camera app because it had some issues with focusing. It was always trying to focus and was like a very unstable video. I didn't see it on my smartphone's screen, but when I was rewatching the video on YouTube on my computer, I could see that the video quality really wasn't good at all. So yeah, hopefully we will be fine with this right now. Yeah, okay. That's really overshot. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm back on my Lian PC-O5SX case. I have done some progress in building my water-cooled loop and overall just building my system. It is a bit complicated because I'm also trying to eliminate as many cables as I possibly can, which means I have to modify a lot of parts in this build. So basically my lighting system for the case, which has LEDs going all around of this case, is connected directly to the connection point of the pump. So if you would open up the pump in the back, I soldered plus and minus wires, so 12 volt directly to the pump. So I don't have any cables going to the back of the case where I would have to use a Molex connection point for the lighting system, which I wanted to eliminate. At the same point, I also wired up this display, which also needs 12 volts directly to the pump, 12 volt header. So everything is connected via one Molex connection to the power supply, which is something, yeah, I'm looking forward to see how it works. I hope it does well. And it also eliminates cables by like a long shot, so that's good. I also managed to install the reservoir pump combo by Bixkey. It just fit. It's a very, very tight fit, but it's fine. My power supply also has enough space, so you can see the cables are in the back here. They have enough wiggle room. I can still disconnect them. And up here, I have the fill port of this reservoir, which is good enough. I can reach it with a thin tube. And one thing that I'm really proud of is the drain port in the bottom of this case. It's the lowest point in the loop, and it is making life really, really easy when I'm when I'm changing the water and just maintaining the loop. Yeah, so that's a good thing, and that's actually the main reason why I went for a reservoir pump combo like this one, because I could get a decent chance of installing a drain port in the bottom of the case. Also, the graphics card is fitting real nice in here, so it's just about the right size. So that's good. And I also already pre-installed some of my fittings just to see where I will route the tubes. It will be hard tube, and yeah. I also installed the radiator and the top, which now is fitted out with 4 Alpha Cool 120 15 millimeter fans in push-pull configuration. So I have 2 here and 2 on the top, which will hopefully provide decent airflow through the radiator and help cooling my system properly. Also installed the fittings, which are looking all right. And I can already tell that, you know, one tube will go from here, the 90-degree bend, into here. And this one right here will go all the way here on the top, and we'll get a 90-degree bend pointing towards me. And then I will use a fitting, 90-degree fitting, and then another 90-degree bend to the CPU. And then from here, from the CPU to the graphics card, and then from the, I will figure it out, I'm not sure yet, but then there will be like a tube going from the graphics card down here to the pump, then back to the reservoir basically. Yeah, that's the water loop, basically how it is right now in my head. Now I just need to do what I'm talking about, but I'm still waiting on the graphics card block. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I also, you know, up here is a lighting strip, like underneath this panel. And when you need to remove this whole piece with the radiator, it would be a pain in the butt if you would have like one LED strip going all the way around. So I soldered on some connection points that I can disconnect and then take this top panel off and just reconnect the LED strips. Yeah, that's what I did. And then I also can go up here. I need to move a little slower so you don't get sick. Here is the water block for the CPU. You can see there are like wires coming out of it. I want to show you what I did to this block. At the beginning, this one was fitted out with RGB lighting. I changed it out to white LEDs. Then I have 2 wires coming from here. Then to this header. This header will go to the fan header of the graphics card and using the 12 volts. And then I have 1 wire here, which will go to the white wiring strips that will go onto the water block of this graphics card. So as I did it right here for the case lighting, I'm also going to do the same to the graphics card and CPU block lighting. I don't want to have cables in the back side of my case, so I'm just going to use 12 volt points within my system. Yeah, so that's one other thing that I'm going to do. I also really like this water block by Big Ski. I did use some plexi polish to polish up this section of the plexi. Basically what I'm using is this Novus fine scratch remover. It's special polishing paste for plexi, and then I also have this plastic clean and shine polish material which works really nice for plexi. Yeah, so this is where I'm at right now. I'm waiting for the graphics card block, and once I have the block, I'm able to actually build and finish the system. So far it's going all right. I'm actually really pleased. I don't want to jinx it because I know, you know, small form factor systems can be quite a pain in the ass to build, but I have some experience with this case. This is the 3rd time I am building a water loop inside of this case, so I am familiar with the layout and what I need to think about when I'm planning out the water loop. All right, on to the next part.